Hello, my angels. So, it's funny. I'm a very, didn't used to be. I used to be a doormat, and I told everybody my whole fucking life story that would listen. And I guess over the last 10 years, just everything that I've been through and endured and suffered and lived on the streets and had to become hard and all that shitty stuff. I've become very, very harder than I would like to be. Very, well, completely untrusting of anyone except my kids. And just very private. I don't make friends. I've got a handful of friends that I've had for a long time. And I don't make new friends because I don't trust people around my kid. And I don't go to people with things that are bothering me or upsetting me or whatever. I'd like to be able to be that way with my mom, and I know I probably could be, but I put her and my dad through so much for so long. And now that, I've begun the process of turning my life around and, I'm doing really well or on my way to trying to do well. And they've been so proud, with me graduating college and stuff. I'm going to be 45 this year. I've burdened them long enough, I just don't like going to them with stuff. They're retired. They should be having the time of their life, which they are. So I'm just banging my head against the wall about something. And, normally I'm very much now the kind of person, I don't care what people think. And I'll do what I want to do, what I think is best for my family. And I think I've done that so far. But, when I got my diploma, like my couple of videos ago, I told you, that was a defining moment in my life. I was the only one in my family, the black sheep, the fuck up of the family, the nobody, that was the only one to go to college and graduate. That was a big deal for me, for my parents, and I will cherish that always. So going back to school again to get my business accounting administration, I think I even mentioned it in my last video that I had my diploma because I'm graduating in June. But I'm not now. I am acing all my classes. I'm in 4 classes. 3 of them I'm acing. This 4th one. So we had to take, it was just me and my friend that I've been going to school with for the last 3 years. It's just her and I in one of these courses in the advanced financial. Now the fucked up thing is we struggled a bit last semester. So even though we passed all our courses, we decided to retake. But it was Management 2 and Finance 2. So they put us in 2 classes, but then it was Management and Advanced Financial 2. And we were like, well, why are we taking Advanced Financial? We just passed that. We're supposed to be retaking Management 2 and Finance 2. So, there was a big issue there. And then something happened with the classes anyways. So they found another 2 courses for us. Again, it was Management 2 and Advanced Financial 2. And we're like, what the fuck? We don't need it. We need finance. So for whatever reason, those were the classes that we had to take in order to get this diploma in June. So the only problem is that we had to really buckle down because we were like 3 weeks behind because we started late. So in Advanced Financial, man, it's a good thing that these classes are online, because if I knew where to find this fucking bitch, I am not fucking playing, man. You want to screw around with my education? And so the first assignment was due. We had just started the classes on a Thursday. There was an assignment due that following Tuesday, but we hadn't even we had just ordered our textbooks, and we had to pay extra, but we were able to get them in on that Monday. So, well, actually it was Rita. I mean, instead of us both spending money, we decided to get, we would buy the books together. It would be 1 book for each course, and then we would just share it. Anyways, it was arriving at her house on it was either Monday or Tuesday, but the assignment was due Tuesday. So anyways, so I emailed this teacher, and so did Reed, my friend. Sorry, I don't like saying names. And she's like, well then, in waiting for your textbook, then I suggest you order the online version. And I was like, well, I've already ordered the textbook. Why would I spend an extra $100 for the online version when I'm getting the textbook on Monday? And all I asked her to do was send us a copy of the 2 questions for the assignment that were in the book. That's all she had to do, but she wouldn't do it. She said, if you don't have your textbook, then that's your problem. You're going to fall behind if you don't get the textbook now or get the online version. And I was like, look, and I told her all about my son. I said, look, I'm a single mother. My son has special needs. I'm retaking this course. Even though I've already taken this course, our book is going to be here on Monday. You're telling me that just this once, you cannot just send me and my friend a copy of the 2 questions. And she wouldn't fucking do it. So we ended up getting a 0. So, time went on. And then when the midterm came, Rita and I are going to the dean and our coordinator about this, because the way they set it up, Management and Advanced Financial, the midterms were like right underneath each other, the same date. And Rita and I will swear on our fucking graves, they were the exact same date. And then all of a sudden, when we went to do the midterm, it said we were too late. We were 3 days late. And we were like, no fucking way. No way. We missed that. Like, Rita and I, sorry, Rita. Rita and I ended up missing the midterm because she fucked up and then denied it. We don't miss dates. Okay, this is our school. This is our life. We're not like some kid out of high school going to college being irresponsible because everything's new. I'm in my 40s. She's in her 50s, early 60s now. We don't screw up like that. And we know what we saw. I should have screenshot it because I screenshot everything. And I didn't that day. And I don't fucking know why. But we missed the midterm. So we ended up saying, okay, if we buckle down, I know we can do this. We have come so far, and you would not believe the shit that we have been through at this fucking school for this last 2 years. This last year especially. But it has just been one issue after another with our education, with our OSAP, with our tuition. Just, we had to pay an extra $1,000 each for these courses. I'm a single mother of a special needs child. That $1,000 was all I had left in my savings. That's why I ended up with no money and behind in my rent. And that's why I'm still behind. Because of that. You know how long it took me to save that fucking money? I started from nothing. And I was so proud that I finally built a little nest egg. So, this last assignment, my mom helped me with this assignment. And I did really good on it. Thanks to her. I wouldn't have been able to do it without my mom. My mom did. She helped me a lot with this and helped me to understand it. And I sent it in on time. But I don't even know how the fuck it happened. But you know what? With this course, I'm not surprised that I did this. But I had, because I don't have the book, Rita has the book. And most of the time, she'll just come over and I'll take pictures. But this time, I didn't have the case. So she sent me a copy of the case. And it said case 7 at the top. So, and that's what I had on my document. But I had case 7, assignment 3, Catherine Seneck. But you know, when you pull up a document, it doesn't show the whole title all the time. So I accidentally uploaded the questions instead of my assignment. Now, in 3 years, I've done this one other time. And that professor was amazing. He did not give me, he didn't take any marks off. You know, he said, you know, things happen. We make mistakes. We're human. You know, and she gave me a fucking 0. That was 15% of our grade. And because of that mistake, she wouldn't give me another chance. She sent me a nasty email about how irresponsible I was, and that if I'm not going to, and I told her just the last issue we had, I had Aislinn in the hospital. There was a lot going on with his tummy and his urinary tract and stuff, and that he'd been in and out of the hospital. You know, she knows his whole situation and a lot of that we have dealt with. And she actually had the fucking nerve to tell me that if I'm going to put other things before my education, meaning my son, then I need not be in this course. That she told me at the beginning, if I didn't have the textbook when I was supposed to have the textbook, that I would fall behind, because no student ever makes it in her class unless they are prepared and responsible. And I won't tell you the rest of the email, because I have never in my life had a teacher talk to me the way she did. And yes, that email went straight to the dean and my coordinator. And so I'm now failing. Like, there's no way now. We have like 4 weeks of school left. So because of her fucking sabotaging me, there's no fucking way that I can pass this course. So I will not get my diploma. I will not graduate in June. And I wrote the nastiest, meanest, cruelest, fucked up email I think I've ever written. Oh yeah, it was nasty. And I told her what an old fucking bag she was and how she hadn't had sex in a while. Like, I was mad. It was not appropriate, and I did not send it. But it made me feel better to get it out, but that's how mad I was. But the one thing that I have forced myself to do, I'm a writer. Obviously, that's why I'm writing my book. Writing is what helps me cope and deal with things. And whenever I write something, if it's to a certain person, I will not send it. If it's a letter, I won't mail it. If it's an email, I won't send it until I walk away and I've had at least a day to calm down, because I know my temper. And I've done that before and said, you know, you shouldn't have done that, Kat. Like, that was just fucking stupid. You know, that's your temper getting the best of you again. So I don't do that anymore. And Rita came to me and she's like, girl, she's like, you know what? yeah, it's a lot of money that we put out, but it wasn't for nothing. We have busted our ass. We have one diploma. We've learned a lot, and we have a lot to offer society. So why are we going to let one teacher take that away from us? And she's right. But not getting that diploma was a hard blow for me. But I know that I will get it in the future because I love school. And even though I will never come to this school again, right now I'm just focusing on getting home to my kids because at this point, I don't care about anything anymore. We're leaving here. We're getting a small apartment. I'm saving up money and I'm getting my waiver so I can get across the board and get home. That's all I care about at this point. I just want to go home to my kids and my grandkids. That's it. But I will, once I'm settled and on my feet and at a place where I want to be, I will go back to school and I will get my bachelor's in business because that's what I want. And I will never stop working for the things that I want. But I don't know if I should continue to the end of the semester because there's 3 other courses that even though I'm not graduating, I'm acing them. Do I just stop going to them altogether and not even worry about taking my exams since I'm not graduating anyways? Or should I go to the end? I'd really like your input because at this point, I really am lost at what to do. So, I could really use your help, guys. Just whatever advice you have to offer about what you think that I should do. Do you think I should go to the end? Do you think I should just walk away now because it's pointless? What do you think? I really, really would appreciate your input. Thanks so much for sticking around and following me, guys. Appreciate it.